Oh my goodness, Casey. When you see my thumbnail, I know what you're going to call it. You can't see it now because I'm live.
KJ?
Yes. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm all teeth and forehead. You guys, that's one of the things I can do is laugh at myself. Good morning. I'm not going to say I almost didn't do this, but I wanted to make sure that, hey, Nana Treasures, I want to make sure that when I did this, that I wouldn't be on too long, so Casey wouldn't have to get at me. So that's why. So, you guys, oh, my gray canvas. Hey, Hetty. Really great because, I outlined, kind of showed everybody that's going to be the wings coming around. And that will be me. And then I have to make the place for the little me. You guys live. Hey! See, that kind of morning. But Casey, what is the devil? The devil is a lie, you guys. I'm talking about just straight up, and it's my fault because I haven't gotten the kitchen straight. So,
good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Darlene B. Would you fill my cup, Lord? Good morning, Traci. Fill my cup, Lord. Fill it up, Lord. Oh, I got that down to show people. And I knocked some of the dust off before I did. So anyway, I've got my cup open. Just put some ice in it, and I have tea made, unsweet tea. That's my favorite. And I'm gonna go ahead and make me some coffee.
I see you with your Adriana ponytail.
I thought you said that was a Selena. No, not Selena. Oh, no. That's your daddy's eyes.
No one tells me anything.
That's the ice bag.
You guys, you see, there's stuff that goes on behind open webcam. We have a lot of communication in front of webcam, but then they start creating ice packs behind my back.
Thank you, baby. Yeah, see, my husband, he works so hard during the day, and he does get plenty of water. And I told him he needs to have his potassium checked because he told me he has a cramps. So I had to find something in the freezer, for him. Okay, let me get me a coffee.
I'm gonna get those blankets done today.
Yeah.
And then see if I can't combine all of the holiday stuff into one tote.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other tote, your blankets will go under that.
Good, because I'm ready to get that room in there. It's bright in here, but what's weird? During the morning, like early morning, that room in there, I don't have to cut on any lights because it's just all lit up. So I got these from Ollie's one time. They were marked down. So they're 10 watercolor, 10 color, 10 drawing, 10 metallic, and 10 charcoal. Casey, who did I buy the craft lot from that time? That had all the paper and different things. I bought a craft lot on the auction one time. Was it Kathleen? It wasn't Hetty, was it?
No, the only one that I remember, it was Barb, but I bought the paper and stuff and gave it to you.
Okay. All right, you guys. Oh, excuse me. I'm taking out the watercolor pencils to lay out in front of me. So the point of watercolor pencils, if I were to try to use say regular color pencils, they would leave kind of a waxy, and acrylic, I don't, is subject to stand out on the acrylic. However, I am going to do some texture on it, but I don't want the outline of, I guess, the dresser. And for those of you that are new to my concept, and Vanessa loves it, and that's why Vanessa gave me this necklace. It says, though she be little, she is fierce. And she says she's had this forever. It's the daintiest chain, and I love it. Yesterday when I got emotional on, I guess on the Casey's, our channel, the Bible channel, I got, emotional. Oh, I'm sorry, 145612. That's so weird that I have a very, and I know they're probably still in there. I got my first troll, Casey. Casey, I got my first troll. They said my voice is very boring.
Who?
They said my voice is very boring.
Who did?
Somebody got them real good. Do I have, okay, I don't have any.
Look,
you got.
I'm in there listening to gospel music, getting today's sermon done, and the devil is in here trying to mess with my mama. Not today.
I'm not gonna let them be, because this morning when I took Bailey out, that's good. And Eddie, did you get Eddie? Yeah. All right. When I took Bailey out early this morning, and I was like, "Thank you, Lord, for this morning." So I did wake up with things, and I have had my name, my voice said a lot of things. If you would have said, "Oh, I hate your accent," I would have been like, "Oh, I wish I could not have this accent too." But, however, I'm just, hey, does that bona fide me now? Am I bona fide as a channel because I got my first troll? You guys, I'm so happy. We'll break out the tea. Everybody, break out your tea or whatever. No, my coffee. Where's my coffee cup? My bougie bear coffee cup. Everybody raise your glass to me. I am bona fide. But no, this morning I did lay in there, and I did, let me turn sideways. I did lay in there and think, oh my goodness, do I want to get up and get dressed? And then I thought, yes, I do, because I must. Because I really, this in the morning, I told Casey, for some reason, as we share things, it almost sometimes ties in with what goes on. Oh, and I'm kind of trying to draw out the dresser shape, and you can't really see it. All right. The dresser of my grandmother's is round. The old mirrors behind the dressers. And it's in like this. It's going to be in this color, my color hair, in this color, orangish, burnt orangish color. And anybody know, if you remember, I don't know what color, but they used to use it a lot, that orangey color in the furniture back in, I'd say, the 20s and the 30s. And so anyway, so I just want the outline of where that dresser is going to be. I have to have a, well, good luck, Peggy, at the doctor. We'll be praying for you. Yeah, Hetty, and my grandmother did. And I was blown away yesterday. I mean, I've looked at that dresser so many times and I did not realize the wood scroll work on it is, you guys, it's just rough. Look like angel wings. And like I said, I need to show a picture and show it in my channel on Facebook. Upload the picture there. So I have to have a place for the little girl. And most of the dresser is going to be covered. Are you going to have to unplug me?
No, I won't.
I'll be finished because I got a later start. MawMaw's in the house. I got a later start, MawMaw, because good morning, Cheryl. Because I wanted a stopping point, and if I don't go too long, too early, MawMaw, they're saying good morning.
Oh, good morning.
If I don't go too long, Casey will let me know. Mom, church time. All right, you guys, I have to have a space down here. At this space is the focal point anyway. This point and the round point up there, it don't matter. That's water paint, and it's going to that's why I use these pencils, water pencils. But then that up here where I just dabbed, that is going to be a reflection of me. And I'm not quite sure how I want to do that yet because I have different ideas for it. But I do know the wings I want texture to the wings. I do know that. And see, it kind of looks like a ghost right now. And then the little girl right there is kind of a ghost right now. But hey, it's another mark. It's another mark on it. So, I feel real good about that. Okay. Show out now, pencil. Look at there. That pencil can show out now. I got enough wet on it by talking that it's going to show out. So it has 2 drawers, I believe. And it does not have to be exact. So, because like I said, those big old wings are just going to cover me, you guys. Because that's how it's been all my life. I have been covered with the wings. So I will put that aside, and at least I feel somewhat. Hi, Koala. I've never seen you in here before. My name is Norgus. Oh no. Okay, no. Let me see. Does anybody know who Koala is?
Who?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I did something, you guys. I don't mean just kick somebody out. I'm new. I'm new at this, you guys, so it doesn't let me look to see who they are. See, my tech support walked out of the room. My tech support walked out of the room, you guys. So Cheryl, you missed it. Koala's me. There. And then I have a troll. And I moderated them. And I don't want to bother Casey again. Okay. Yeah, a ranch. Did I call it a ranch for real? Did I call it a ranch? So I accidentally I accidentally moderated them, and I was trying to look up to see if they had content because, darling, Cheryl already had my first troll today. They said my voice is very, very boring. So, okay, I don't like the way I sound either. So, fly on. I mean, it doesn't, So, I toasted my cup and to my I'm bona fide. I'm bona fide now because I had my first troll. All right, you guys. I can't talk my coffee. I don't care, Cheryl. You know what? I told somebody one time, and I'm saying this really in an uplifted way. There is nothing, anybody that comes across this video, there is nothing anybody can say to me that was not already said to me before I reached the age 12. So run with it. I mean, there's not. But at least they didn't say my makeup was ugly because you guys, I did. I put on makeup this morning and I watched a little bit of Netflix before I actually got out of bed. I have to do something I hate doing on TV, on live cam, but I do have to take my AM medicines. Yeah, it's 9:25. Excuse me. I will kind of step away from the camera to do this. Okay. So yes, I did lay in there, watch TV. Then I got up and I'm like, all right, what do I want to do? I tell you guys, as long as I have my eyebrows and my lips, and I had some new lip stuff come in the other day with my Etsy, so I gave it a try. It's a different color. Usually, ooh, Cheryl, 625. And see, when Mama used to come on early, Kelly, when she used to come on extra early, I would wake up real early, with Keegan. And as soon as he went out I'd already have her pulled up. And as soon as he went out the door, then I was able, to participate. Okay. So this color is light. And that's pretty true to the way it's looking on my computer. But, yeah. It's called Bonjour. Does that make me fancy, you guys? Bonjour. It's funny, I've been told I sound like Texas. I sound like Mississippi. No, Texas. Tennessee. No, I think mostly just Glory. Old lady. Old lady dog barks. MawMaw's going to go back and look at this, and she's going to see my eyes stretched. I am Southern. I tell people born in California long enough to Bailey behave. Not that long enough for Bailey behave. Long enough for my speech patterns to be the way they are. So I am just me. I have to keep it real. Yeah, I mean, we moved. My dad always moved. He was a rolling stone, as you would say. So there were so many houses, in Southern California that we lived in. Am I going to have to turn this? You look fine. You better wave for the camera, not you. Get down, Bailey. I mean, I do remember all the way back to where we had avocado trees. I wish I had an avocado tree now. I love them. And it had lemon trees and, yeah, yours is there. And then, see, Cheryl said, hey, MawMaw.
Hey, everybody.
I remember tumbleweeds when I was a kid. I just have a lot of kid memories. Oh, you know what? There I go, Mama. I did the rose. I was talking about my makeup. Hetty said hi.
Hello.
So I always say if I have my lips on and I have my eyebrows on, I'm okay. But today I did put on.
You're always okay.
She has to say that or I'll put her back in the basement, you guys. She has to say that. Yes, we have a basement. And
She pays me so much to say that.
So I don't do foundation. I found out the older you get, foundation just kind of gets in the wrinkles. And Cheryl, thank you. You like hearing this boring voice. I had my first troll, MawMaw.
Uh-oh.
And then I had another one, I think, and I moderated them accidentally.
That's the way to do it. Well, let's see, who was it? I want to say it was Rebecca. Did that, moderated the troll.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Where were you born?
I was born in Upland, California, but we lived in San Bernardino. I guess Tiffany, my daughter, took a trip to Las Vegas one year. And then her and the girls, she went out there to visit. They got in a car and they headed out to California, and she took her to LA and, Hollywood and stuff like that. But one of the pictures that Tiffany took was where it showed way up there. It was, you go left to Los Angeles and right to, I think, San Bernardino or whatever that was. I was like, oh, wow, I live there. And I drive Kevin crazy whenever we watch something. And I say, oh, I lived there. He said, oh, so you lived everywhere? Well, basically, we couldn't, one time we lived in Chino. And I think you guys, isn't there a state prison in Chino? So I'm trying to think the last place we lived, we are transplants. Yeah, we are. So I say you guys. Don't say y'all. That I don't know why. That just I might say now I do. I will say you all. I don't draw that together. I say you guys. And if all of you guys in here, you all have wrenches, then it's your guys' wrenches. So
With the R.
Wrenches.
Not without the R.
Oh, winches.
Yeah.
See, Mama's trying to be messy.
Oh, my goodness.
You better think about that.
I got up on the wrong side of the bed.
You better think about that before church time.
I know it. Hey, have I got a wrench on that?
You're not even on here right now. I can't wrench you until you get.
If I didn't.
Yes. Yes, I'll moderate you. You guys, I could have very well used this water. I could have used this watercolor pencil to have done my eyebrows this morning. I sure could have. Okay. I was very happy yesterday when, Casey finally come to the realization of what hey, Leticia, good morning, of what I already felt, that, we were all a church in there. And I knew that. And it just felt good for him to finally acknowledge, what has been going on. So I told him, I said, well, baby, does that make me the women's group in the morning? I said, is this my calling? Oh, I didn't paint fingernails. Okay, you guys, I am not a fancy pants. I don't think I ever was. But, I told Casey, I said, it's relaxing to me first thing in the morning, and it gives me something to get up for, and, You guys, you know, I never know who's going to be in here, and that's fine. Well, goodness gracious. NASCAR man. Hey there, dude. Hey, Lynn. NASCAR man, I sub to you, and it is nice meeting you. Thank you for coming to my channel. I've had 2 trolls. I'm bona fide now, so stop back in. What does everybody say? Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Oh, what did they say? See, Mama's trying to. She's been on here longer than me.
Something like YouTube.
Oh.
The new room.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, you guys, give me that thumbs up if that's okay. Lynn B, did you get anything from me? Yet. Well, she should have already gotten it. So I just need to know if you got something from me. She ain't answered yet. All right, NASCAR man, if you're still in here, this is our kitchen, and I got some more done on doing a portrait of sorts. It's going to be little me, the little girl in me, and where I'm at now. And when we get our room back situated, I will be able to, you know, have all my stuff in there. But I kind of like coming in here some mornings and, you know, in the coffee room. You know, my hands really swelled today.
Well, this kitchen has always been a togetherness place.
Yeah. I just got to pop up that. I will try to. I just got to pop up. One of my girls, I call her my girl from where I used to work. She's going to come pick me up after church. And if nobody knows who NASCAR man is, put your link down there. I don't know how to do that, but everybody says it. So NASCAR man, put your link down there to show them, if everybody don't know who you are, how to get to you. He'll be on it too today. It's going to be, I'm talking to MawMaw now. He's going to be on it too, and it's a live working chat. So go in there.
What's his name?
NASCAR man. So if you go back on this, like my channel, just click on his.
But his people, if you want them to sub to him, you can go to those 3 little dots.
Yeah, all of them know that.
Oh, okay.
But I'm telling you, so you know how to.
Yeah.
So yeah, sub to NASCAR man. He's always in the MSP auctions. He's very supportive.
His name.
And I'm new at this. What I don't know your real name. So NASCAR man. When me and my husband was watching, he got me into watching racing, and everybody hated Tony Stewart. You know what? I chose Tony Stewart back then. So, you know, now he's retired. All the people we watched are retired now. Good. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad, Lynn. I've been on pins and needles, and the others that got a jar, they had to keep a tight rein on theirs. And see, Traci.
She did it.
Yeah,
Good.
she did. And Traci said was a Tony Stewart guy too. But you guys know, I'm just so glad now. I have been on pins and needles, worried because I didn't know how to get. I don't know, you guys. I'm kind of my regular self.
You're blind today.
silver now under all this. But when I got to put the thing, one of my girls is coming by. Oh, Hetty. All right. Bye, Hetty. You have a wonderful, blessed, great day at work today. Have a blessed day. Oh, my friend from work. Oh, she was my rock at work. Young girl. I'd call her, oh, my daughter, a good girl. She's coming by to pick me up after church today, going to McDonald's. I had to glance away, and I would call it McDonald's, and she'd make fun of me every time. So she sent me, we were messaging back and forth, kind of catching up with one another. And we live local. It's just, she's a mom. She works as a where you do ultrasound. And, her husband works full time. So, I told her, I said, well, look, chick, you have a full time on your plate with your kids and their activities. And, we got out of the conferencing stuff, and she went to school, and she's a radiologist technician or radiology. But anyway, she's very special. So we're doing a thing today. So when I answered her message, I put M-A-C Donald's, just to irritate her. There was some things I used to tell her, or I would be done told her 3 times within, in less than an hour. And she would just look at me. She's one of those, she'd say, if you say that, tell me that one more time. Oh, I just want to slap you. Lynn B said, good morning, MawMaw.
Good morning.
So, yeah, I'm very.
My sweet Lynn.
She said her sweet Lynn. You can't favor one over the other.
No, I don't.
And so, that might have been why I put my face on. Oh, find some good things, Leticia.
I'm going back to my dungeon.
I kicked MawMaw out. Leticia, hopefully you can jump into church at 11.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. You guys, I am on it. I thought, oh, you guys, this is me. Now, this is real me when my mind is, everything's not firing all together. Because I was thinking, okay, I'll have to time myself and be off here at about 10 till Bible study. And that way I can control how long I'm on. You guys, it is 9:42 my time. And it does not start till 11. That is almost like showing up at the church parking lot and wondering where everybody is, and did I not get the memo we were not having service? And me sitting there and thinking, oh, wow. Oh, I know, Cheryl. I did wear 2 different shoes one time to church. I did do that. That's when I was raising kids. Casey was a baby and all that. Darlene, Casey and I have a MawMaw, who she went through for her. You have Humana, and they have all this stuff now that they have to choose who's going to be their carrier once you're retired and all that good stuff. So Humana sends out their nurse ever so often to evaluate. Wonderful woman. She's just so down to earth. And then home health, thank goodness, they recertify and they come in and keep a check on Frances, to monitor her vitals and all that. So anyway, I had her come through. She loved the room because, oh girl, I mean, you guys, that room, it was just a pathway through. And so when she come in, she was so excited. And when she seen all the jewelry, she was excited. But then I took her in there and showed her Casey's room. And I checked before I went in there with her. And she said, and that's how she said, we cleaned out a antique. She said, we had to clean out an antique store. And she said, there was all this jewelry. And it ain't nothing but from way back, way back, and probably costume jewelry, just kind of. So I threw it in a box. She sits in a big old box, and me and Casey just like. And I said, how much you want for it? She said, nothing. I don't want to go through that. She said, because it's just nothing. It's just costume jewelry, and it's just, girl. Whew. You guys, are we going to need to do a morning video on that? And if we do, April wants to be here when it happens. So I'm excited, you guys. I am really, really excited to see because, I like jewelry. But when I stayed at home, I got to wear, unless I had to go to a funeral or something, I did not put on makeup. I didn't got where I didn't do anything except buy new pajamas, kind of lounging pajamas. And, this has given me a reason to get up. But then God blessed us with the jewelry from April. And then, you guys have heard the story over and over of how she brought Casey into it, and then they gave me the castaways. I call it the castaways. And so that's when, I started, when Casey urged me to do the God jars. He just said, so-and-so is real down and out, Mama. She said, spiritually, she's just, and he said, what about one of your pretty bottles that you decorated? He said, you have your God box. We can call that a God jar. I said, okay. And I found one and took it to him. And I said, what about this? Oh, I hope it's what I think it is. Oh, darling, I hope it's what I think it is. I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah, I mean, yes. I told my husband, I said, we can get some goat soap. He said, what? This was when I was going through your pictures and stuff and laughing my head off at some of the memes that you put out there on Facebook. And I told him, I said, yeah. He said, I said, baby, they make soap out of milk, shampoo out of milk, cheese out of milk. Why do you think they can't do that out of goats? I said, goat milk is for a lot of things. So, yes, I'm looking very excited. I'm very excited. I'm tired of using that antibacterial soap because it dries my skin out. But, that gave me a reason. And then little by little, Casey told me he's proud of me because he said that I'm more comfortable. And somebody asked me on here the other day what I thought a year ago I would be doing this. No. Number one, for those that I hope, one day I think I disabled the chat, or I thought I did. But it's so funny when I'm very expressive in my face, my facial stuff, and people that do away with their chats, when they stop and they're looking and they say, and they laugh, yeah, and they say that, you don't know what they're talking about. You just, and I'm all up in that screen. I talked about that yesterday. Oh, girl, I don't blame you. 6:48 in the morning. But I was up because I told my husband, I said, I want to get up. And he said, what for? I said, look, I said, I need to get up and, do some on my painting and get in touch with some people. I said, that's just what I feel like I'm doing. And Casey told me, he said, just stay bold and just do what you're doing. And anybody out there that, wants to come in, if my voice is boring, that's okay. I can't help my voice. I don't like to hear me. I don't like to hear me. I mean, you can put on makeup and you can do that your hair, but your voice is what it is. And your personality is what it is. And that was something that was hard for me to do. Bailey, what are you doing? Yeah, she knows what I'm talking about, you guys. My baby knows. She's too big to pick up show on camera now. I don't know if MawMaw said that they had to put her oldest one on goat's milk. Is that really, Cheryl? I mean, do you ever do an answering machine message and you're like, woo? See, Casey has a great voice. He has a great voice. And I like the way my sisters, they talk, which, to tell you the truth, me and my oldest sister, we sound just alike. And when my kids were younger, like teenagers and lived at home, nobody could tell none of us apart. Okay, Lynn. Darlene is going to know. Okay, I have a certain, my spirit animal, you guys, is a raccoon. I love chickens too. A spirit animal is a raccoon. Somehow they find me. So, 1 quart goat milk. 1 quart goat milk. I have the recipe on my computer, you guys. So much water, not much, and Karo syrup, the clear Karo syrup. And that is what you feed baby raccoons. MawMaw's is too. MawMaw's is the Dove, and that's why she took Xshydovex. But yeah, so goat milk is pretty good because the kitten replacement milk is so high, and the powdered kitten milk. So then we come across a video for the recipe to feed baby raccoons. Do I have a baby raccoon now? No. No, I don't have a baby raccoon now. Oh, goodness, but they're beautiful. They're beautiful animals, you guys. And I know they're ferocious too. If you mess with one, you just don't mess with them. If you see them outside, they're just wanting to eat. If one's acting funny, get away from it as fast as you can. But I read that rabies, the animal that causes the most rabies in the United States, Well, oh, well, that's good. That's real good. I love to hear doves coo. Well, Casey, you know, we just have to, social media, you got to be careful. You have people knocking your doors down, acting like you're harboring a fugitive. So we do not have baby raccoons. But have I ever? Yes. And I come across some last year. It has already been a year. Can you believe that, Casey? And yes, I fed those little boogers till they get a certain age, and I got rid of them. Casey, I thought it was 10 o'clock. Oh, what's your grandbaby's name, Lynn? But yeah, Casey, I thought it was going on 11 o'clock, and that's why I got up and got dressed so I'd be ready when Julie gets here. But yeah, those little three suckers was so cute. I know now. I mean, I was sitting here telling people, okay, I'll see you back in about an hour. No, it's one of those days, Casey, that I need you probably. Oh, Paloma? Paloma? Is it Paloma? Which Paloma? Paloma. All right, is Paloma how you pronounce it? And Lynn, you know why I sent you that jar, that certain jar? Pomona, Casey. Pomona, we lived in Pomona. That's where you've heard that city is Pomona, California. Yeah. But though I had scratches on me and I wasn't feeling good, and those babies had ticks on them, and I actually had Kitty Paloma. I had actually had a scratch either from a dog or cat, and when my doctor saw that, oh my gosh, that woman done set me up with rabies shots. So you guys, this woman had to have rabies shots. First time at our hospital, when I went in, I started getting anxiety because the nurses. Paloma. So when I first go in, I went in and I sit down and I said, look, if my insurance doesn't cover this, I am not doing that. No, Pomona, Casey was talking about a city. I think in Pomona, a city in California. Yeah, I think the Pomona, I think that's a city in California. But those ladies, those nurses, I told that girl, I said, look, I'm not doing this if the insurance don't pay it. And she just kind of looked at me and her eyes got big. She said, let me make some calls. Next thing I know, I have 3 nurses outside the door talking. I'm with the door open. And I'm already thinking, I can't afford, I can't afford to have money coming out because I'm already broke. Yeah, so we lived there too. That's one of the places we lived. So, she said, was telling the women, and one of them come in there. She said, "Oh, honey, you don't have a choice." Now, I like this nurse because when she did my sister's iron infusions, they were very good. The staff at that hospital, because my daughter had to go in it, goodness, I forget how many times to have iron infusions because of her gastric bypass, which Traci probably understands how bad it can get. But anyway, so I was comfortable with her, but I looked at her, I said, but if my insurance don't pay it, I can't do it. And she said, well, honey, and she's more country than me. Well, honey, do you understand that could kill you? I said, I know what rabies is. And yes, I know. But I'm telling you, the scratch was not from a baby raccoon. I was worried about the ticks because I had a tick on me. And so anyway, they kept going. And finally, they said, yeah, the insurance pays 100%. But I mean, I was sitting there, I think it was Casey that I sent a message to. And I started having an anxiety attack. And I said, Casey, I feel like they think I'm foaming at the mouth. Like I'm going to leave the hospital and go around and start biting people and give people rabies in the community. I said, I can't help I'm the test case for our area, first woman rabies shots. But when those suckers got old enough, yes, they went to a country place, and you know how people say my baby making days are over, which mine are way past. My baby taken care of is past too, because my body cannot handle getting up, or I would be working. Getting up too early and taking the meds that I have to take during the day that help me rest at night. I can't get up at 12, 2, 4, then 6. I mean, no joke, you guys. And it's not just the, feeding them. You have to act like the mom, and then you have to put on rubber gloves, and you have to do all kind of stuff, and then, keep cages cleaned out. No, I've done that with squirrels. I'm going to share with you guys. All right. Iguana. We had an iguana in one cage, a ball python in one cage, and the red-tailed boa. The red-tailed boa was mine. The ball python was my husband's. The iguana was mine because where we got it from, they had these 2 huge iguanas, and they were so docile, and I'd walk up and pet them and touch them, and they were so awesome. Not mine. Meanest animal I've had yet. Got rid of it when it got about 4 foot long. But I mean, I say it was mean. It got where I know I couldn't let it roam the house. So we had that. My daughter had a tarantula that she was scared of. Why she asked for it, I don't know. See, Lynn, when we did our thing when Casey was doing the declutter videos, and when I was showing different jars, and when you saw that one, you were like, ooh, I like that. Ooh, those are my colors. So, see, I write stuff like that down. I write that stuff down. So I had to take care of the tarantula. I had to feed the snake mice, which I couldn't stand doing, but I had to do it. So I took care of not only the kids and the dogs and worked. I fed the snakes. I fed the iguana. I had to take care of the mice. And what else? The tarantula, bring it in stuff. And the tarantula, yes, I would get the spider out and it would walk on me. I was the only one in the house that would deal with the tarantula too. And Casey had decided one time when I put the mouse in the cage with the snake, he was curious, so he stuck his finger in the cage, and I think Casey was, if you're still on, was it the snake or the mouse that bit your finger? He wasn't going to tell me, and he was probably 8 or 9, 8, something like that. And I found blood on his shirt in the back room, and I had to ask him what happened, because I always told him, don't put your finger in the cage. So then we had a rabbit in the house. We loved it. So you guys, we ended up with the 2 squirrels. Everybody's probably asleep or gone, Lynn. My voice is boring. I'm putting them to sleep. See? Look, it's like this. Oh, Lynn, I ramble. And they're like, oh my gosh, this woman's all over the place. She's talking about her makeup, her. See, I'm multitasking. That is multitasking. I'm talking about my picture. I'm talking about my animals. I'm talking about my kids. I'm just all over the place this morning. And I know Casey's probably praying, Lord, let her calm down before she comes in there. And I guess I'm super psyched about seeing my Julie. And I guess that is why I put on my makeup. And I got dressed, which I am trying to do that now. Oh my goodness. Just, yes, I squirrel, or you're surprised that I had a squirrel. All right, MawMaw, just a minute. Okay, there's your wrench. Now, let me tell you this. MawMaw, you best not tear that wrench up like you did my glue gun. You guys, my father-in-law, this whole house, I tell you guys about everything. And when I go back in that room in there, I will show you the toolbox that I brought up from downstairs. And if anything if I would have said, goodness, these thermoglasses are driving me crazy. They need to be tightened up. Oh no. Let me have them all tighten them up. He would go in his toolbox and he would fix my glasses, come right back up here and give them to me. So nobody laid claim when he passed away. So I laid claim to his toolbox. And he always bought Craftsman. He always took care of his stuff. He had a glue gun that he purchased from Sears. I've used it forever. Now, the woman in there, she said, I can't find my glue gun. Because Casey and them, him and my sister-in-law, they're revamping MawMaw's room. And once that's finished, she wants me to come in there and show off all of her Indian stuff. It's amazing. I said, well, let me dust first, But anyway, she couldn't find her. So I said, here, use this one. Okay. Oh, I don't know how. I took it apart. One of the screws wouldn't come out for me to take it completely apart to see what was wrong. But I will try. I will get it apart, or it's just not going to be used. So that's why I said she best not break this. She best not break this. But I am proud. I am proud of the stuff that I know was LizzAnn's. I have one of his jackets, and it seems like yesterday. And his ladder is on the front porch when we did Porch Church on the front porch. We used his ladder. I told Casey, I said, we need to get Papa's ladder and use it. Find somewhere in this room to use it. in the other room. And I said, on the front porch, we can hang flowers from it. So we have it on the front porch. And I love it. I'm glad. He used that same wooden ladder, and the thing you get on it and it kind of does this, but that's okay. I used it forever. I used it until I guess that it was outside in the shop. And I guess it's a good thing because it was wobbly, but I took it places with me when I did painting. When I would paint people's walls and then I would do the murals, everything I did like that. I used that ladder. So, I love it. Because we moved around so much, because I did never feel like I had roots. This is where my roots ended up. I am going to make me some more coffee. Yeah, Casey wants flowers, and I'm hoping that he's gonna. Well, I do good with the ones that you plant and they keep coming back, and I like green things. I like stuff that it doesn't have to bloom as long as it's green. My mom and my sister in Florida, Sandra, they like flowers. And I like green, But my mom had some, I don't even, they were some kind of vines or something at one of the houses she lived at. And the leaves were beautiful and they just grew wild. And the flowers, I think, are purple when they bloom. And so I love them. And then I would transplant around in this yard, all the stuff that was planted that come up every year was stuff that MawMaw's mama planted, and so they would come back every year, and I try to make sure nobody would cut them down. Yeah, me too. And I would try to. I did move some stuff when Kevin was doing some construction, and they're Easter lilies. I think the real tall ones that are white, I transplanted. I mean, there was a big old mound. I mean, it's huge because they kept coming back every year multiplying. And when Kevin had to do some construction around that area, and they had to be dug up, we had them dig it up with the dozer or whatever he was using at the time. And then I took the clump and had him put those at a certain, place. And so now I asked Case, I said, have you seen the lilies? Have you noticed them? Now, I would love to bring some in for my kitchen table or my room in there, but can't bring in stuff like that because of my allergies. I did that last year for my granddaughter's birthday party, impromptu birthday party. I ran outside and I got these real pretty little old flowers, put them on the table. By the time she's gone, they're Dutch irises. And there's some purple. There's some purple ones here too, purple iris. And I used to do gladiolas and all that. But see now, and I love wisteria. But wisteria is like kudzu. You have to keep it in check. So I love it though. And it smells so good. But I was one that loved doing the yard. Not only did I have a toolbox, so anything that needed fixing or hanging, I would get out, my screwdriver and take care of all of it. Oh, and we have a oh, Mama, what's the other tree up there? Up there by the pool. It it has the white flowers. Gardenias. Gardenias. Yeah, we have a huge garden. Good morning, Destiny. Howard. Oh, I feel, you know what? I feel lucky. I feel blessed. And I know everybody in here has to know who Destiny is. And if you don't, sub to her. Well, Dab Kitty. Hey, this is the first time I think I've seen you on mine. And I hope I don't disappoint because now I feel tongue tied. Hi, Koala, Kazim. How are you doing? All right, I was talking about the gardenia. It's not just a small bush. It's gosh, it's got to be 100 years old. And I love the smell of it. When I'd be laying in the pool, it would smell so good out there. But it all of it needs to be maintained. And I don't have strength to use my frisker, garden shears, the lopping shears is what they call them. And the old ones were hard to use, so I bought some frisker. If anybody knows what brand that is, it's scissors, and they were very easy to use. Ah, well, why is it I always make somebody cry? I don't mean to. Hi, Vanessa. Vanessa. All right, Vanessa. You wasn't here, but I mapped off. Okay. I'm trying to take the shine off, Vanessa. I mapped it off a little bit. Hey, Rebecca. Here's the dresser, and I did it in watercolor, and the way I explained it was that at least watercolor, as I need to go in and paint, it's not going to be something that's waxy and that my acrylic won't cover. And so I did get productive this morning. I thought it was 10 o'clock. I thought, okay, I'll run for an hour, 45 minutes in case he'll start telling me. All right, wrap it up. Got church. And so anyway, Vanessa, I just want to let you know that I did something today. Even got up and got my, oh, see, we're all about coffee. And so we're all about coffee. And Casey is all about OCD. So, oh, you guys, yesterday I got where I couldn't even raise my right arm. My left arm, it hurts so bad. Made me sick at my stomach. Really. All right. So Casey, donut shop, put it back in place. French roast, Colombian. I like Colombian. And then we have the other kind up there that Kevin takes. I can't drink the other kind. It gives me indigestion. So then there's my Starbucks cup from Bougie Bear. All right, ladies, guess what? I'm going to say it again. I had my first troll. So now there's no stopping me. We buy our coffee, Vanessa, from Ollie's, and it's like for 98 discs, it's like $23, $24. Sometimes you can get 100 discs, so, and it's good coffee. The only coffee shop I go to is we'll go to Starbucks, but we're kind of broke at the time. And then usually me and Casey, when I buy the 4 packs of the cold coffee Starbucks. Hi, Misha. I will, I buy the mocha kind and the coffee flavor. And usually me and Casey have one apiece during church. But we've been broke, so we've had to do our best. Well, Rebecca, where is your ranch? There you go. Because, I had my first troll, and I know. Oh, not 99 cents. Yeah, I drink a lot of coffee. I don't know. MawMaw, yeah, she's still here. I heard a dad bob it a while ago. So when I hear real loud from the other room, Dad, bob it. And I think I've only heard Selena use that term. My mom uses that term. Hey, I was excited. They said my voice is boring. So, hey, I was like, oh, got my first troll. I'm bona fide. Now I feel like you guys. No, I'm far from any of you guys that go live. I just, it's a lot easier watching you guys. Oh, you say John Brown? Oh, well, thank you. But yeah, you guys make it look easy. And I found out it's not really easy. And Casey made it look easy, to just be in there and talking. Oh, well, are you not able to delete that comment and just keep it up? Tracy, I drink my coffee and I'm trying to cut back on my coffee some. So I'll go to hot tea. And I like hot tea with lemon, not lemon juice, but lemon extract. And I've already used all the honey. Then I have my unsweet tea. I'm an unsweet tea girl. Nothing in it. I just like unsweet tea. Yeah, because I'm shocked that I haven't gotten a thumbs down. I am shocked that I haven't gotten an ugly comment, which, if I do, I said earlier in the video, girls, that, hey, there is nothing anybody out there can say to me that I was not already said or called before the age of 12. So, whatever, call me fat, say my eyebrows are ugly, and then, maybe tomorrow I'll draw them different because you can't see them if I don't put them on there. And, bring it, bring it. I can handle criticism about me. The times in my life I have showed out was not any time about me. MawMaw and my kids and my husband. When I first got with my husband, um, his ex, in which me and her's friends now. I mean, I went to school with her. We went through a hard time. Woo! You guys just don't know. It was a good thing that I was in church at the time because, oh, God is so good. He's just so good. So anyway, whenever we would have to pick up or drop off his daughter, they'd kind of look down their nose at my husband. And so, I would just bristle up. My back got straighter and my head just got higher because no, my husband is just as good as you guys. I don't know, I know your skeletons. I didn't tell them that, but I knew them. And Vanessa, I have not been hurt myself. I don't like I said, I don't want my kids hurt. And that includes Casey because he's a beautiful, beautiful soul. Beautiful soul. So I was protective of my husband when I met him. My mother-in-law, I'm going to tell you, I just went, I have gone crazy a couple of times because of neighbors disrespecting my mother-in-law. Oh, in the city one time, right when, you know, that don't even bother me. The stuff online. Yeah, someone's always you can use keyboard just as well as your mouth to be ugly. And it's out there. But yeah, I did one day went off and the crazy in me came out and I went up the road to the neighbors. I said things that were so ungodly, you guys. So ungodly. And about 6 months later, I knocked on the door and went in. I went to school with that girl too, and my husband was kind of friends with her husband. And I went in there and I apologized. I told them because I was a Christian, they weren't. So I had to apologize and tell them I am so sorry. And that's not the first time I've had to apologize in front of that same man. You know, I've always said there's no pedestal for me. Especially now, I'd fall off of it and then have to go back to the hospital. No more hospital ER visits. So I can't get on the pedestal, you guys. That's a good way of thinking of it. Never put somebody on a pedestal until you actually see with your own eyes their wings behind them. Don't put nobody on a pedestal because we are all humans. And I stop and think now, Misha, that like Casey, like Kimmy said yesterday, stop and think. And so now if I get so upset, I just cry, in my room and just pray about it because it's and I don't care where you go. You can be in the grocery store and hear an ugly comment. and just like Traci, that's what, when I watched her video and her talking about somebody, she kept bumping, getting in her way and bumping her buggy, and she's got a cane and she's trying to get through the store. And so you're going to meet people like that. And I'm sure people look at me funny when I go through the grocery store and the older gentleman at the produce, I always like to see him smile, and I'll go through there. Hey, how you doing? You have a good day today? And, go through. And if I see my friend, hey, Barry, or I whistle at him because I can do that because his wife knows me and we love each other. And, loved him a long time. So, sometimes there's people that don't like cheery people. I found that out when I first started work at the conferencing center. And yesterday, Kimmy made me think of it when, she said how people would think something was wrong with her when she'd be over the top. I can remember my first day of training. I was just glad I had a job. And so I was super psyched. I didn't know none of these people. Didn't have to know the people because, hey, I can walk in any situation. 1,000 people. And somebody joked, and MawMaw said, and by the time she leaves, she's gonna know at least 900 of them, or talk to them. So I'm standing there, and I start talking to this one woman, she's older than me, and we get to talking, and then there's this, black guy comes up, and he's just standing there kind of looking down, and I'm like, hi, my name's Darlene. And he kind of looked up at me and kind of looked scared. And I said, so, are you nervous about today? And he looked funny. He said, no, ma'am. And he talked with an accent. He had an accent because he was from up north. Where was it? Wasn't New York. Oh, I forget where he was from. So he told me his name. His name was Ralph. And he was about my kid's age, Tiffany's age, I think. And he called me Mrs. Crawley with his accent. And he told me one time, he said I scared him when he first met me. I said, Ralph, why? He said, you were like this cheerleader type. And he said, we don't do that up north. And I said, then I best not ever go up north because they'd probably think I'm really, really crazy. And so I love Ralph, the stories, he loved my stories. And then when we started, we had a training center. Then when we started on the floor, what we called it, there was somebody that just could not stand me and was so ugly to me. And the more she was ugly, the more I spoke to her and the more I smiled and the more, and then I found out later, Ralph, he's a rapper. He told me I couldn't listen to his music because he knew I didn't want to hear all those cuss words. So I confided in one person and told her, I said, I don't know why, she just hates me. And she said, well, she's had a really hard time. Her husband died, and it's hard for her to get over it. So I waited, and me and her ended up antisocial. But I went to New York, went to a call center in New Jersey, and they were all real nice, So I think there's just rude people in the South, ugly people all over the world, you know? But years later, little by little, me and that one person, you know, would do calls together. And at one time, she'd turn her back to me, and we'd be on the same call, and I don't care. Oh, well. And it got to the point that, you know, we got talking, we got real close. And she told me one time every morning, because she felt so down on herself, every morning she'd look in the mirror and say, "Good morning, beautiful." So our morning routine when we would see each other would be just smile as big as we could. And "Good morning, beautiful. How's your morning?" And I got a email from her. And so, you know, I worked there 10 years. I made the 10-year mark. And I would say about 5 years in, about 4 years in, I get an email. And this is what the email said. "Darlene, thank you for letting me sit at your table this morning and you listening to me. Thank you for hearing me and listening to me about my problems." And she said, "I am so sorry the way I treated you when you first come here." She said, "I almost lost such a wonderful friend, and I love you and thank you for being my friend." Do you guys know I sat there and I teared up because that could have went so many different ways. And even after I come out of work, sometimes we had this rooster bell outside, and it was clanging one morning. It's something my husband found. He works for a city, found on the side of the road. It's a wrought iron chicken with the bell, you know, dinner bell thing hanging off of it. And I went outside, and there she was. She said, "I didn't want to bother you." I said, "Girl, you're no bother. Anytime." So she said, "I just had a book I want to drop off with you. I was thinking of you, and I wanted to drop off this book." And I said, "Well, thank you. Come back anytime. Don't ever feel like you're bothering me." And then another time she comes up when me and Casey was still doing Porch Church, and she come up there and sat with us for a while. So she was in Porch Church one day because she just happened to come up while we were reading the Bible. And, you know, so even in this kind of atmosphere, it's the same thing. You know, I have to be me, and I do go back sometimes and watch because I miss so much of the chat. So I try to go back and, you know, look at the chats. And I told Casey, I said, what started just that I needed to branch out in my crafts. I said, I really feel like that, you know, God put me right where he wants me as well. Now, I have prayed for healing. I have for myself. And I know you shouldn't pray selfish. But, you know, it is going to be what it's going to be. And I am going to have a better attitude when I go to physical therapy. I want to visit Savannah one day. Rebecca was talking about going to Savannah, and I would like to go. I heard it's real pretty. I know, MawMaw. I'm looking at the clock. MawMaw, don't make me give you that eye. Yeah, I got to see pictures because a friend of mine, her whole family went, and they ordered she's sticking her tongue out, spitting at me. The picture she showed, and what they did, they rented like a house. People rent houses, and I mean, they had to have a big house because all the family went. And she brought back pictures and brought me something back from there. And my sister, both my sisters are like me. Very open. How are you doing? Oh, that's right. Um, I think you told that in what Todd and Kimmy's video about your daughter. See, Casey broke his femur bone when he was just had started. He was running around good, just started running around good, and then my daughter, she broke her wrist, and the school just act like nothing was wrong with her. And I took her to the doctor, and her wrist was fractured. You better bet it was a Christian school. I went back and let them know, and they didn't tell me. They didn't call me. I didn't find out until I got there to pick her up. So yes, I was very upset about that. Uh, we like whenever we go to Panama City, we like Dothan. Dothan is so pretty. I don't go. I say it like when we go to Panama City, I don't get to go very much. One thing, the ride is hard on me, and yeah, I'm looking at the time. Do you guys know? Tomorrow, I will do this tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll go back in my room in there because I want to show a few more things in there. And so, you guys, there's sometimes I tell Casey, I say, I'll be talking, and then I'll be like, okay, Bubba, I'm through. So I guess it is about quitting time because I'm tired. I'm tired, and I have to go in there with Casey. And then I get to go with my girl. Oh, I get to go with my Julie girl to McDonald's and have a mocha and sit there and catch up and see what's happening with my babies. They're not babies now. And it makes me so sad. I was there for both when she was pregnant and had both of them. And I was so excited. And the second one, I was so ready if something happened. She had it. She had it. I had all the supplies ready. I said, hair clip to clip this off, and this is what we're going to do if you have it here. But I I'm gonna put all right. Julie's white. Her husband's not. Her husband's black. Don't matter to me. I love them. Love them. Love them. And so when she was pregnant with her second baby, and she knew it was going to be a little boy, and as she got bigger and bigger, I said, "Oh, I'm so excited! I can't wait till my little chocolate drop comes out." Me, I'd say that to her. Well, somebody almost went to the ER on me. They said I was racist. You know that? All right. I say I don't get hurt. That's the only time at work I think that hurt deep. That hurt deep. And the one that told that to me, her son is gay, and she opened up to me about her being fearful for people hurting him out there, and she was black. So I guess she told the person I wasn't, and I knew who said it. And that person ended up being around me enough and little by little would talk to me to understand. Oh, yay, Traci. I hope that she's going to be in there today. That's exciting. And so, anyway, this girl got to know me and seen that that was the total opposite. But that hurt my heart because when I had my daycare and I started out, I had 12 children, and there might have been 4 that were white children. Never bothered me, And one of the women, I worked for 2 women, Martha and Martha, for their daycares, doing book work and artwork for them. And one was black, one was white. And yeah, Black Miss Martha said, Miss Darlene, they don't see your color. They just see you. And she said, I've never seen somebody that lets the kids come run up and hug and kiss, just pick them up and kiss and hug them before you see that they're dirty or before you see they got a snotty nose. No. I would love them and then, grab a tissue, wipe them off, wipe my shirt maybe. So, words hurt. Words do hurt. And I said, there's nothing out there that you could throw at me that could hurt me. And so, you know what? I guess that is a word. Because I was raised in a house that was very much like that. And so they never called me that. But, I love kids too. I didn't say that across the street, not only all the animals, but they were gone at that time. That, I filled it full of kids. I had daycare. I had 12 kids. And I missed that. I couldn't do it now. But I did love it. So my friend coming to pick me up, I feel special. All right. So, yes, MawMaw would come in the mornings and until she couldn't anymore. She'd do breakfast. And when she'd leave, one of the boys would grab her leg. No, MawMaw, food, MawMaw. And then she'd come over and do lunch for me. And then, her health got to where she couldn't get up that early and, and do those things. But MawMaw, she used to say whenever I keep looking at the clock, you guys. MawMaw used to say when I pick up the babies or any of them. And I am not just, put them down. No, all up under their necks and their chins and all that good baby kissing. And MawMaw would say, them poor babies, bless their hearts. And she'd just shake her head, bless their hearts. But you guys, I should have done an intro video like this. I should have said, I love easy. I love deep. I am who I am. Most days, I am Susie Homemaker, like my sister says. She's never been a Susie Homemaker. And my ex-wife-in-law, what I call her, Kevin's ex-wife, told him one time that, Miss Innocent ain't never done nothing wrong in her life. I am just me, you guys. I'm just me. And join me in the mornings. We'll create. I want to be able to do it to where, like me and Kimmy's talked about, sitting together and me painting, her painting, MawMaw painting, Casey getting into it, and that's another thing we're gonna do. We'll go in there. We'll do another chili video, you guys. The chili video was a big hit. Or we'll do the Brunswick stew. And that's another thing that, we'll get in here and cook, because this kitchen is the lifeline of this home. This kitchen. Sitting at this table. Traci, mine's separate. My dad's side wasn't. My mom's side was. So, our kitchen table, many talks, many tears, much happiness. So, my kitchen, MawMaw's kitchen, listen to me, our kitchen, you guys. So come back, and I'm not going to say it. The Southern way to say it is, y'all come back now, you hear? No, I'm telling you guys come back. Sit a while. We'll drink our coffee. I'll talk my coffee cold again, but come back and hang out. Sometimes I have my clothes on. Sometimes I have my PJs on. But no matter what, I'll be covered, I promise. And I'm so excited that I got some, NASCAR man and Pixie and Dab Kitty. I've had Adam pop in here and hang out. And I love all you guys. I love every one of you. And I'll see you in a few minutes because I have to go to church. Okay. I will, Dorleen. Okay, I will. I love you. I'm going to pull this down, you guys. Hopefully. See you tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.